Now, today we will see software process models. So there are different models which are going to be used for software process. The first one is your waterfall approach or waterfall model, V model, incremental development, iterative development, then evolutionary process model, concurrent development model, and component based software engineering. These are the various software process models. So let's see, the very first one is your waterfall model. I think you all are familiar with this waterfall model. This waterfall model is comprised of 6 phases. Number one is your requirement analysis or requirement gathering and analysis. Second one is system design, then implementation, testing, deployment, and maintenance. In requirement analysis, what you are going to do is you are going to collect the user requirement or the requirement from the customer. After collecting that requirement, the analysis will be done on the requirement. You are going to check whether the requirement is valid or not, whether it is verified or not. That will be done under your requirement analysis. Once the analysis have been finished, it will be given to the design team. The design team will going to develop the system design according to the customer requirement. Once the system design is finished, the development team will start the implementation on the basis of system design. Your complete system will be developed using your system design and implementation. By combining these 2 phases, your actual software or your actual application will be developed. And what you are going to do is, once it is developed successfully, you start doing the testing process on this already developed system. You start applying various types of testing on these application on your application, and on the basis of the testing result, you decide whether to redesign the system, whether to re-implement the code, or you should going to deploy your system at the customer end. So once the testing process have been finished, on the basis of your final conclusion, you start deploying the system on the customer end or the customer side. The system is deployed at the customer side. Customer will start using this system, and the maintenance task will be started on the system. So maintenance will be on these phases. So maintenance can be after the use of the system. After some time, customer will tell you that we need to add some additional module. Then you start taking the requirement from the customer. Again, the system will be designed on the basis of new requirement. It is implemented on the basis of this design part. It is again tested, then it will be deployed, and maintenance task will again start. So this is what your waterfall model is. Second one is your V model. The name itself suggests that this type of model will be in V shape. So how it will be? It will be like this. Once you do the coding part, you will start applying the unit testing, then integration testing, then system testing, and then acceptance testing. The unit testing will be your low level design. So unit testing will be applied on the low level design. That's mean on low level units or components. Then integration testing will be applied on combining or integrating all the small units into one unit. That will be your high level design. That high level design will be combining your small modules into one integrated module. Then next one will be your system testing. The system testing will be applied on the whole system or on whole software specification. Whatever software you are going to software specification you are going to specify, the system testing will be applied on that software specification. And at the end, the acceptance testing will be done by the user, or the acceptance testing will be done by the customer, whether to whether that system should be accepted or not. That will be decided on this type of testing, and this testing is done by the user requirement. So this is your what V model. The shape is like V, that's why it is your V model. Then next type of model is your incremental development. The name itself suggests that there will be the continuous increment in the development. The name is going to elaborate what kind of model it will be. So incremental model will be like this. In this, you will be focusing on only the description. On the basis of description, the development process will start. The development will be done on the given specification, as well as the development, while development, the validation will also take place, whether you are going to use the validated data or not. This will be useful for the development process. All these three activities will be carried out concurrently. Concurrently means what? Simultaneously. They are not dependent on each other. This will be done separately, this will be done separately, and this will be done separately. When you are going to have the specification with you, it will be the initial version. फर्स्ट टाइम जो भी आप स्पेसिफिकेशन दोगे, उस स्पेसिफिकेशन के बेसिस पे जो कुछ भी एप्लीकेशन आपका जनरेट होगा, दैट विल बी योर व्हाट? इनिशियल वर्जन. Once you get the initial version, you start using the system. You will come to know that I need some more addition in the system. तो आप वो addition क्या करते हो? Developers को बताते हो. Developer will start doing the modification in the system, and accordingly he start developing the some advanced version of the system. That advanced version will be your what? Intermediate versions. And at the end, when you are going to combine all the specification, development and validation in this single product, you will get the final version, and that final version will be ready for release purpose, and it will get available for the user or the customer. So this is what the continuous incremental will be from this phase to this middle phase, and middle phase to final version. This is what your incremental development is. Then next is your iterative development. What happens in case of your iterative development? Again, the name itself suggests that this kind of development will be iterative in nature. Iterative means what? It will continuously takes place. It will not be the incremental type, it will be iterative type. So iterative means like this. So this is your initial panning or initial phase that will be indicated in the purple color, or what you can say the violet color. Once it is started, once you start with the initial planning, the red part will be your requirement. The requirement will be gathered from the customer. You start analyzing the requirement and you start the design process of on the basis of the requirement gathered. यहाँ तक आप क्या करते हो? आपका डिजाइन पार्ट जो भी है वो डिजाइन पार्ट इंप्लीमेंट करते हो. डिजाइन एंड डेवलपमेंट विल बी देयर. Once you completed with your implementation part, once you complete with your design part, the system will be deployed on the customer end. Then customer will start doing the testing activity by his own. Once the customer started the testing process, he start evaluating the system, whether the system is working as per the requirement or not. That evaluation will be done by the customer by his own. If it is not according to the requirement, he will again state the requirement, again analysis, design, implementation, deployment, testing, evaluation, again requirement. This is what your iterative process is. Once you're done with the iterative process, you will get the final developed product. So that's why it is your what? Iterative in nature, like this. This cycle will continuously go on unless and until the developed system does not meet at the customer requirement. So that's why it is iterative development. Then next one is your evolutionary process models. So which are your evolutionary process models? This is the process of your evolution. First will be your communication. The communication will take place between the developer and the customer, or the team of requirement gathering and the customer. They start communicating with the customer. They start gathering the customer requirement in this communication phase. On the basis of gathered requirement, they start doing the quick design. The quick design will be based on the customer requirement. This will be the rough design. Quick design means what? It will be the rough design. On the basis of this rough design, the actual modeling work will start. जो कुछ भी आप यहाँ पे rough design करोगे, उस rough design का आप model क्या करोगे, यहाँ पे create करना start करोगे. Once you start creating the modeling to the quick design, you start focusing on the prototype. The prototype means your what? Small scale application which will reflect on the design part. So you start creating the construction for the prototype. Once your prototype will be developed, you start using your you start implementing your actual design, and you are going to deploy the system on the customer end. You are going to give the delivery to the customer, and you continuously start taking the feedback from the customer whether the system is working properly or not. This is what your feedback process. The feedback is important for the improvement process. Improvement will be done only when you will get the feedback from the customer, and if the customer is satisfied, then only you will get the correct output. Then next evolutionary process model will be your spiral model. You will come to know this spiral model. I guess you are aware about this spiral model. In this case, the spiral model will start with your again communication. The communication will be between customer and developer. They start gathering the customer requirement. It will start from this phase, this point. If you can see, the communication will take place between the customer up to this point. Then on the basis of this, what will happen? On the basis of this, they start doing the planning. The team will going to start the planning. The planning will be for estimating, scheduling and risk analysis. So it will be from this to this part. Then next will be your, on the basis of this planning, the modeling part will be done. There will be the analysis on this planning, and design part will be done from this point to this one. Then the construction, actual construction, or we can say the implementation, actual implementing the code and its testing will be done from this process to this process. Then there will be the deployment process of the deployment of the system from development team to customer end. Then there will be the delivery, support and feedback, which will be takes place from this to this. On the basis of feedback, if the customer will going to give the feedback that we are facing this and this problem, the feedback will be communicated to the team. The team will again work on that feedback. They again start creating the design. They again do the coding part. They will submit it, and this spiral will going on and on and on. It will go on unless and until the customer is not satisfied. Then next is your concurrent development model. In this concurrent development model, you can see this. The system will start doing its modeling activity. Now, this concurrent development activity or this model will be basically for modeling activity to design the model or to design the your what we can say models. So when your model is under development, it will be under review or we are waiting for the changes. When it is under review, what will happen? It will be set for some baseline, or if the review will be completed, the changes will be done and your actual under revised model will be constructed. और जैसे भी आपका model ready हो जाएगा, that model will be useful for your what customer, and that customer will going to see my system will be look like this. So this is your what concurrent development model. In this activity will executed concurrently. Concurrently means what? Simultaneously. तो यहाँ पे simultaneously क्या होगा? Activity number 1 and activity number 2. The two activities will run parallelly, and on the basis of this, your whole system will going to execute. And last one will be your component based software engineering. The component based software engineering will be, it will have different components. Like the very first component will be requirement specification or requirement gathering, then component analysis, then requirement modification. Then next one will be your system design with reuse. then development and integration, and last one will be your system validation. So what will happen in case of your requirement specification? Now you know what is requirement specification. That is nothing but requirement gathering. Then next one is your component analysis. You are going to analyze which different components the system will have. So this is what the component analysis will be. Then on the basis of this component analysis and requirement specification, if required, then requirements will get modified. The modified requirement will be useful for system design and its reuse purpose. Once the system will get redesigned, the development process will start and it will be integrated at the customer end. Customer will going to validate the system by giving different input and by checking the output. And on the basis of again this output, they will decide whether there is a need of your requirement specification or not.